Hey guys, it's Carly, and today I want to talk about anxiety. For those of you who don't know, anxiety is a feeling that you get, a feeling of fear, and you don't know why, and you don't know what's causing it. For me, my anxiety started when I was in 7th grade, and my anxiety is mostly caused by school, and in 7th grade, it would be in English, and my palms would start to sweat, and my heart would start to race, and my stomach would start to turn. I thought I would be getting a fever and I was going to throw up, so I'd go to the nurse, and I'd sit for the rest of the class period in the nurse's office until I had to go to my next class. And I never realized until the end of the year that it was because of the next class I had to go to. It was because I had to go to math, and it was because I struggled with math, and that is okay. I realized now that is okay. I'm not good at math, and I don't have to take the upper math class to actually feel like I understand it. And actually now I'm in the lower math class, and I'm completely fine, and I don't get nervous when I have to go to math. Which is one thing that I changed to help my anxiety, which is a good change, because in 7th grade I did things like skip school because I would be nervous about going to classes, and that's not good. You shouldn't be afraid of wanting to learn something because you don't understand it. And that was kind of a pride thing on my part. 8th grade though, I didn't have anything, but last year was the absolute worst experience I've ever had dealing with my anxiety, in which I had several panic attacks back to back for several months and didn't say anything to anyone, which is not a good idea. When you feel this way, you need to go and talk to people, because that's how, or a better way to communicate than just keeping it to yourself and beating yourself down, which is what I did. And because of that, I slowly became depressed, and it was not a fun time, let me tell you. Feeling like you are helpless is not a good feeling, and I understand that a lot of people feel that way, which is why I wanted to make a video on this. The reason my anxiety got to that point was mostly because of the teacher I had and the assignment she assigned. The situation was that previously in the year we did oral presentations, which is nerve-wracking enough, but her reaction to our oral presentations were not that good because we were nervous, and she retaliated, not in the greatest or appropriate way, on me and my fellow peers. So she gave us an assignment to do a debate, and I'm just gonna curse. I was shitting my pants. I didn't want to do it. I had already not done my other oral presentations because of it, and my grade was slowly dropping. Like months before I started, I wouldn't eat. I would not sleep. When I did eat, I'd throw up. Everything would make me upset, and I'd cry, and I was angry all the time, and all I wanted to do was sleep. I would progressively start falling asleep in class because I wouldn't be sleeping at home. And I stopped talking to everyone. And one night, I think it was at dinner, I don't know, my mom and dad said something, and I just burst into tears and just went up to my room, and I cried, and I wouldn't stop crying. So my mom noticed, finally, after that something was definitely wrong, and she contacted my counselor, and I wouldn't talk to her, pretty much because my mom forced me to, which actually ended up helping me in the long run. I mean, me and her are really close now. I talk to her at least maybe 3 times a month, and she's helped me work on my anxiety and on other things. And it's good to let everyone around you know what's going on, so you're not pushing people away and they don't understand why. And that's what I did. But where I'm getting to with this is that this year, I have a whole section that is all on oral presentation, aka speeches, which I've never given a speech before in my life, and I have to give 3 within the next 2 months. And I am nervous and I am anxious, but I have been able to not be as scared as I was last year. Pretty much because I've learned techniques and I'm pushing myself in a good way, not in a negative way. And I feel like other people can be able to do that too. Not just me. If you believe in yourself enough, you can fight back. And people think that anxiety is something easy. It is on a certain level, but that's for for some people. Not all people, it's easy. Anxiety can be extremely harmful to some people, and I was one of those people. I could be a really fun and outgoing and easy person to get along with, but last April and March and May, I was one of the people that you didn't want to be around because I was so on edge all the time and so mentally unstable. And it's nice to know that you can be mentally stable. It is possible. And just because not everyone understands it, it's okay to be different. And that is one of the reasons I have my outro and the quote on my wall. I actually made that last year after it. I told myself it is okay to be human multiple times during that process, during having a mental breakdown and crying, during not being able to sleep, during me over the toilet throwing up because of something I couldn't control. It is part of being human, being anxious, being stressed out. And there are different ways to deal with it, and you just have to figure out what will work for you. And to figure that out, you have to talk to people. My counselor, she's given me packets dealing with stopping negative thoughts and breathing techniques to calm down my heart rate. And I can go down there and talk to her whenever I want, and also the other counselors that are down there. And they're willing to do whatever is humanly possible to help you. And when I was going through that, I thought no one cared and no one understood what was going through, which is partly right, because a lot of your friends don't understand and they never probably will. But I have recently became friends with people who do, and I can talk to them. So if you have a good support group, you will be good too. And a lot of my family members don't fully understand it either, which is harder. But you just have to make sure you have a handful of people that you can talk to about it, and it will get better. And like I said, if you have something that can keep you strong, a saying, an author that writes books, a fandom, a band, use that to your advantage as well. Do things that make you happy, but don't constantly do things to keep your mind off of things, because then that'll also can deteriorate you as well. And I guess that's what the advice I have to say is, that you just have to keep trying and keep battling, and things will turn around. And it's going to be hard. Believe me, it's going to be hard, but you can do it if you just constantly push yourself and believe in yourself, and if the people around you believe in you. Here is the quote of the week. Video was a little bit more serious than my other ones have been the last few weeks. Again, next year, I'm trying to go to Europe, so I'm going to leave the link for you guys to help me out and donate for me to be able to go on this trip next year down below. I guess that's all I have for you. And remember, it's okay to be human, guys. Bye.